What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another Anime Vanguards video. Today I want to show you guys my journey of getting shiny Monarch Broly. So this was a little bit of a journey. We went up and down. It took me a little bit of a while, but this update was not that bad. This grind for this Vanguard genuinely was not as bad as Sunju. But if you end up enjoying today's video, please make sure you like, comment, and make sure you subscribe. We're getting closer to 5,000 subscribers with every upload, and I want you guys to subscribe so you can be a part of that achievement. But with all that being said, let's jump into today's video. Also, make sure to check out my thumbnail artist, Amy the Clown. She absolutely cooked with this thumbnail, and you guys can go follow her Twitter, check her out. She posts a lot of her art there. So, as you can see, I've already done a little bit of grinding. If you've watched my other videos, you can already see that I got Monarch Frieza. So, we already have part of Broly's quest done. If you're unaware, for Broly's quest, you're actually gonna need Evolved Gogeta and then Evolved Goku, which I already have Goku and Frieza done already. So basically all we need is Gogeta, which you can see I actually got a shiny one, which is crazy. And we have this done here, but I'm actually missing the remote, which is really annoying. So for this Broly video, I'm just gonna show you what we have here, and then I'm going to roll in him once I have the actual unit himself. But first and foremost, let's evolve our Pycon. I'm just going to do this on screen. Evolve. Boom. Here you go. I'm assuming you guys have seen his passive by now, but I'll show you guys just in case you missed it. Pycon, in my opinion... By the way, if I call him Pycon, that's on accident, right? That's who he actually is. It's just Gogeta. But I will read his passive out for you guys. So he gets 100% crit rate, minus 25% crit damage. Anytime a fused unit in range swaps, so aka the Super Saiyan 3 Goku, it counts as 2 swaps instead of 1. Alright, I mean, like, helping like one person. Cost of fused unit you have placed upgrades by 25%, so that basically means Vegito and Gogeta, that's really it. Anytime this unit crits, buffs fused units you place crit rate by 50% and then gains half of their crit damage, lasts 20 seconds and cannot stack. And then finally, anytime your units or this unit crits, buff this unit's crit damage by 5% up to 75 and perform attack 1 again with a 5-second local cooldown. This unit has a 100% chance to dodge attacks. And there you go. That's Gogeta. We have all the units done, by the way, with this update. So here we go, we have our main team here. I am going to probably take off Gohan just so we can start running Pycon. Here, let me do this. So as you can see, I got 3 Gogetas. Gogeta is a super easy character to get, by the way. I'm going to put him in my first slot, and then we are going to move Baiken to my 4th slot, so RP Gohan. But here we go, here's our team for now. I just want to use Pycon just so we can get some use into the new characters, but... We're also going to come over here and we're going to stat roll into our Vegeta. So if you are unaware, or like maybe you missed some of my older videos, I actually ended up getting a shiny Vegeta, and I also got an almost perfect damage stat. We're going to give him as many godly stats as we can. We're going to make this Vegeta absolutely cracked, and then I will showcase him obviously all for you. Next, let's see, do I have a godly SBA? I do not have one to give him, so we're going to be missing that SBA, which kind of sucks. I wish I wasn't. We do have a godly range, though, so we are going to be able to give him that, which we will do... This is the shiny one? Yep, which we will do here. And then I will try and find a Z plus or Z SBA. Let me see, do I even have one? I do, okay. I do have one, which we're going to give to our Vegeta right over here. And then boom, our Vegeta is practically ready to go. So let's get him evolved here. Wait, 93%. Oh, okay, he's missing. We're gonna quick craft that. 92% evolve. Okay, let me try it again. Oh, we're missing green essences. Oh my. Yeah, I don't know how you guys feel about this, but man, oh my gosh. Essence farming is such a pain in the ass. I'm sorry, but it is just so annoying. But now we can finally evolve our shiny Vegeta. Now he's evolved, which is great to see. His SBA is going to be basically as good as it can be. I'm sorry I couldn't get another godly. I'll probably transfer it to him whenever I do get one, because we're going to have a shiny Broly, which is actually going to be sick. But here you go. When you go in here and we click our shiny Vegeta, which I'm going to lock and favorite, you can see we can get shiny Broly, which there he is. He's got like his little black shirt on, which looks really cool. Dude, look at the amount of essence stones you need. What is this? 50 per And then you need Broly's pelt, which you actually get from finishing his item, which you grab from dungeons. So if you run over here and we get this item, the remote right here, we got to finish all of these, finish all the quests it's going to give us, and then boom, we can get our Broly all done. Low-key, I'm probably going to cut away, and then we'll cut back when I have that remote, and then we'll go and do all those quests, because as of recording this, it's like 2 in the morning, I'm not gonna lie, and I don't really want to grind all that out right now. So I might just AFK overnight, hopefully get the remote, maybe get another shiny Pycon. And yeah, I'll check with you guys when we're done with that, and we'll also roll on him once we have him evolved. Alright guys, so I've done some off-screen grinding, I guess you could say, but I tried AFKing it, and I'm not gonna lie, I could not get that to work, but I had to manually grind to pity to get one remote, which was absolutely awful. But hey, we have it. We now have the first part of what we need. So we already have the first quest done, which was the part where you have to evolve all the characters. You already saw at the start of the video. I already had everyone done already. And then right here we have the remote. What's our next quest? Collect all 7 dragon spears in the volcano and then beat the stage 10 more times.
I just can't do it. I can't take this shit no more, man.
Are we serious right now? Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Okay, low-key, I'm just gonna come back whenever we have this done. This Vegeta, I will roll on when we have him evolved. I have the 2 godlies, which we put on him earlier. Oh, wow. Well, I'll be back when those are done. Alright, chat, we are back with all the stuff that we just did. We're on to the next part of the remote, which is sacrifice 30 mythics or higher. We can just do it here. I'm gonna save some of the exclusives, and I'm low-key just gonna use some of these random mythics. Oh wait, you know what? Yes, we use a million. Oh my god, dude, this is gonna take forever. Okay, we just used the 1,000,000 Vegetas that I have sitting in my box. The shiny one's locked, so we don't gotta worry about like accidentally deleting him or anything like that. So I'm gonna come back when we're like, actually done with all this. All right, and now this should be the final one, I think. Defeat a Frieza boss 10 times, only counts 1 per stage? Are we serious? So I gotta run this 10 more times. Oh, dude, these quests are so annoying. I don't want to do this stage anymore, guys. Look at my inventory. Look at how many Gogetas I've collected. Like, I have so many. I don't want this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. But yeah, back when we get this done. I'm getting very tired, if you couldn't tell. So I might come back and it might be another day. Alright, we are finally done with this Broly quest. As you can see, it has fully reset and we have his pelts. So we are done, dude. Holy crap. That actually took forever. So, I mean, look at Vegeta. We need just a tiny bit more. We're going to need some essence stones. We're going to try and craft these as much as possible. I should have enough. Yeah, okay. I have more than enough rainbows. So we should be good from here on out. I believe, let's see, Vegeta, and then we just dismantle a tiny bit more, and then I think, oh crap, I didn't even do that. Well, we just dismantle a little bit more, and then I think we're good to go. So we're just missing these 2, craft it, boom, and guys, we now have shiny Vanguard Broly. I just burped in the middle of that. I don't know what's happening. Also, what is happening to the lobby? Excuse me? Is this supposed to be like, oh, you know what? He was supposed to have a cutscene, didn't he? And then it's all bugged. Well, I'm gonna have to come back when, you know, this is fixed. So I'll be right back, guys. All right, so here we go. We have 1,900 rerolls. So we actually have a lot for our boy Broly here. I'm gonna lock him just so we're good. Man, dude, look at that. That looks so good. I am so excited. So we are obviously hunting for Monarch. I don't really care about anything else on this guy. I'm going to turn off the filters for these 2, and we'll keep Ethereon just in case we get it early. But we're just going to go through this. I'm not going to auto-click or anything. I'm just going to sit here and manually click it. But yeah, I am very happy that this is over. I'm praying I do not go to pity. I'm praying this does not go to pity, because obviously next update is anniversary, and I'd love to save for that. If you are unaware, 9.0 is going to be anniversary, and it is going to be tons and tons of characters. So we're gonna have a lot of people to roll on, so it's probably best for you guys to not just dump all of your rerolls on this update. But if you had to pick someone to do it on, I would highly suggest Broly. He is absolutely disgusting, especially if you have a shiny one like this or something like that. I would definitely do it. Hopefully, I'm praying I can get a Monarch under odds here. I actually got Monarch on Frieza. Oh my god. Wow. There we go, guys. We did it. All right, we're going to turn these filters back on. But yes, bro. We have shiny Broly Monarch. Do I have enough food to feed him? Oh, 100%. Yes, I do. Okay, then perfect. Dude, yes. Oh my gosh. I'm actually so happy about this, man. All right, so let's put Broly in our first slot. Oh my gosh. So we're also going to bring a bunch of people who buff him. I'm pretty sure this guy doesn't buff him, right? Doesn't. So we're going to try and bring as many buffs as we can for Broly. Hercule and Boo. This is a perfect character to be running him with. And then the Smith, I think, is the other one. Where is he? Right here. The Smith is also a great character to be running. And honestly, for this last one, I'm just going to bring Hakura Rin. So this looks like it's going to be our team. Do I have a familiar on him? Let me see. We do not. So we're going to put one of my best familiars on him. I'm actually going to familiar grind tonight, guys, when I'm done with this video. So I'm going to try and get a better one just for him. So looking at this will be my best bird on him. It's not really that good. I'm going to have to try and get a better one tonight, but we get 20% damage, 11% crit damage. Oh wait, never mind. I read this wrong. This is actually not my best one on him. This is probably my best one on him. So we can throw this on. This is probably the best one. Plus we get the unbound damage +2. So we get a little bit extra. This looks like it's going to be his best that I have. We have 2 godly stats, and look at him in the lobby, dude. Oh my god, this I'm fanboying over this character, bro. He is so cool. But we are gonna run him in one of the hardest stages in the game, because that is really what I want to come here today and try out. We're also gonna put Fu on Hercule here, just so he does more support. All right, so I decided to take us into Sandbox to check out Broly. So we're just going to give ourselves a bunch of yen. I have VFX on. We're going to plop down Broly, and you can see there's like a Super Saiyan God Vegeta that Broly just destroys. So there's the Vegeta part of the unit if you were curious, but take a look at this guy's model. I think his shiny's clean, man. A lot of people were kind of saying it was bad, but I think it looks good. It's like him with the black undershirt from Dragon Ball Super. So I actually think it looks pretty good. So we're going to have the Smith back here doing his thing, and we're not going to really mess with our supports yet, but we're going to look at Broly by himself. We're going to read his passives real quick as well in case you guys don't know them. So, Broly's first passive, Quick Learner. Any crit this unit has over 100% gets converted to critical damage instead. Every wave this unit gains 5% crit rate up to 95%. Anytime this unit crits, he cleanses himself of all debuffs, and he has a 50% crit chance on placement. This is lost upon his first upgrade. So on first placement, Broly is doing a ridiculous amount of damage. And then his second passive, Unrestrained Power. Anytime this unit crits, which is going to be almost all the time, he does attack 3, which is a follow-up, and then buffs his own damage by 50% on a 5-second cooldown. When this unit does attack 3, he also inflicts Rupture on everyone, which is amazing. There aren't a lot of super strong regen enemies in the game right now, but if there ever are, having that Rupture so consistently, especially on this guy, is going to go insane. And then finally, his last passive is anytime this unit crits, reduces the cost of the next upgrade by 2% up to 30%, which resets on each upgrade. Out of Broly's whole design, this is the only part I don't like. Anytime he crits, he reduces the cost of his next upgrade. If you have Monarch on him, this isn't that bad, right? Because he's cost efficient, and you're going to be upgrading him a lot, so you're not really going to be using this. Personally, for me, I think the 30% cap is fine, and I think it resetting an upgrade is actually also fine. I just think instead of 2%, this should have been like 4 or 6%, because this is just too low, I think, for it really to do anything. And then finally, the rest of the passive is if this unit attacks an enemy that does not crit, he follows up with attack 1 and then buffs his damage for 50% for 60 seconds, and it cannot stack, and it is on a 5-second cooldown. So, on top of all of that, what we just went through, Broly, you can see, has an ability on placement. Now, this ability is called Wrathful Clash. While this ability is active, he gets 20% crit rate per wave for all units that by default have the Unbound element up to 100%. After 7 waves, said units gain 10% crit damage per wave. And this also works on himself. So we're going to pop it just so you guys can see what it looks like. Really bright, but it's the little dimension shatter from the movie. But you can see his crit is going to start increasing every single wave. With Broly, this domain, from what people have told me, lasts 15 waves. So in my personal opinion, you just want to pop this immediately from the start of the wave, because in most events are 15 waves anyways, so you're going to be getting this the entire fight. So he's also 1,400,000 yen to max out. This is without any of his cost reduction. Maybe it'll be a little bit cheaper with his cost reduction stuff, but not a lot. First upgrade, he jumps to 72k every 4.8 seconds, then 75k every 4.8 seconds when he gets a new attack called Wrathful Roar. We're going to enable waves again just so we can see his attacks, and I'll spectate him as well. This domain is it's really bright and hard to see stuff, so, but he just does little beam. That's not that crazy, right? He just does this little mouth beam thing he does. Oh, and then there you go. You guys actually see his follow-up he just did. So he actually missed the crit, the 71% crit, and he did a follow-up. So if he misses the crit, he does a follow-up attack that buffs him, and then if he hits the crit, he does a follow-up attack that also buffs him. So really, you're getting rewarded either way it is. But next upgrade, he goes to 153k every 4.8 seconds, then 229k every 7.2 seconds with a new attack called Breaking Point, which you can see he transforms. That is actually sick. And he transforms into Super Saiyan, which he's full AoE. Wow. So he's full AoE on this upgrade, which is great. SPA is right, not that crazy. The VFX looks sick. I actually really like that. His range could be a little bigger. Maybe you can get it larger with a better bird, but this is the best I think we're getting for now. Next upgrade, 175k every 7.2 seconds, 179k every 7.2 seconds, and then he gets another attack called Wrathful Combo, where he goes from 179k every 5.6 seconds. Wrathful Combo, he becomes a small circle. All right, let's see this. All right, so he just... Wait, I don't think he did it yet. Let's see. There you go. He just punches the earth and stuff like that. Next upgrade, 121k every 5.6 seconds. But the reason his damage looks lower is because his buffs are starting to wear off, so... But 126k every 5.2 seconds, and he gets another attack called Wrathful Blast, which he's transforming again. Let's go. So now Broly is fully transformed, and you can see our shiny Broly. Look at that aura, man. Oh, you can see his VFX too. Oh my god, it's kind of hard to get a picture of him just because he's attacking so much, but look at that, man. Oh, that looks so cool. I really do like shiny Broly. So he does like this giant beam that dimension breaks, and then obviously he does his follow-up immediately after, which is the full AoE attack. It is a decently large size cone. It's not super big, but he's at 199k every 5.2 seconds, then 219k every 5.2 seconds, and then 439k every 8.4 seconds. So his SP actually jumps up quite a bit again. And he gets Flames of Rage, which he just gets a bigger cone. And it looks like he just does the dimension break thing. Let's see his VFX in a second here when he actually does it. So he just does a little dimension shatter thing, kind of it. That's probably his worst VFX out of all of them, but still not horrible, right? We're on wave 9 and we started on wave 2. So that means we got to get to wave 16 for him to be fully built up. So we're just going to go ahead and get there with that. And here we go. He should be fully built up. I'm going to disable waves right with this. So Broly looks to be fully built up. We are going to get his supports already. Get this masterwork. So I'm trying to think what would be his best masterwork. So here's 40% damage, increase range by 20, increase damage dealt by burning enemies. We don't care about that. Make ally immune to status effects. We don't really care about that much. Immune to debuffs. We don't care about that. Reduce SPA, increase damage. Maybe that could be decent. Low-key, I think it's going to be the Sword of Actuation. We're going to pop this on Broly, so now he's at a 7-second, and he's doing just a little bit more damage. I forgot to place this girl, I'm not going to lie. If I skip wave, does it end the domain? Oh, right, so what you're looking at now, I'm pretty sure is Broly with his maximum setup here. This is not him with all of his buffs active. You can see it's going up more and more. Same for his crit and crit damage. Obviously, inside of his domain, he's absolutely disgusting. His crit damage and crit rate is going to be absolutely crazy. People are going to see this number and they'll be like, this looks really bad. But you got to realize this guy is guaranteed critting. So you can take this number and double it. And then you have to double it by his crit damage. So that is absolutely insane. And then on top of that, he is doing the attack 3 fully we follow up every single time he attacks, basically, once you're got him on final upgrade. And he's buffing himself and applying rupture. So he's doing way more damage than the game actually lets on. Dude, this unit, for anyone who says he's not good, you're just wrong. Broly is absolutely insane. He's a must pick up in my opinion. But I think that wraps up today's video. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, helps me out. This is kind of a different style of content than what I normally make, and I thought I'd just document me getting Broly and getting Monarch on him, and me describing how it works to you guys. So with all that being said, thank you so much for watching. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. See you.